to another edition of Wrestling Sheet Radio. I'm your host, ProWrestlingSheet.com, editor-in-chief Ryan Satin, here with my co-host, Jamie Iovine.
Hi.
And sitting in for Elijah Bates, but you guys know him, you love him, Kevin Silva.
For all my juggalos and juggalettes.
Yeah, I believe...
Jiggalettes.
I think...
the J.I.
I think Eli's in Kauai, right? Isn't that where he said he was going?
I think so.
Eli's in love.
In Kauai?
Eli is
He's
definitely in love.
Kawhi Leonard is coming to the Clippers. It's all great.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
No, yeah, Eli's definitely in love.
Did you see Ice Cube's rant about why the Clippers are terrible? And then
Tell Ice Cube I'll throw hands. Let's go.
and somebody posted a picture of him because he played a charity event, and they picked the teams for the groups, and he showed up and they gave him a Clippers jersey, and they it's like, okay, if you're a Clipper hater, why do you have this photo? And he said, if you also check, that's probably why we lost.
Come on. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be great this season.
Basketball time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Let's talk about predetermined sports. Like football. Let's go.
This week was pretty, actually, I'm not gonna lie, this week was pretty slow. I had a few things I was working on behind the scenes. My site got hit with spam advertisements that I had to deal with.
Okay, so I was wondering because I clicked on a link and
oh no, you got those too?
It took me to like another weird page, and I was like,
first of all, when that happens, you should tell me, Kevin, so I can fix it.
And then I went back, and then it didn't happen again. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that was. I'm sorry.
There's a company that I had that was doing advertising on a site that I pulled because they were serving some spam once in a while. The people who were tasked with pulling the code from the site did not pull all the code from the site.
All right, so everybody else's fault, Ryan.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I don't deal with the tech side of things. Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen.
Ryan Satin blame game.
Everybody's out to get my website.
But I was doing that and a few other things, just like personal stuff I was dealing with this week. So not a ton of, I don't think there was a ton of stuff that we needed to discuss here. So I thought it would be better with all the wrestling coming up this weekend to preview the two shows that are coming up this weekend.
Okie doke.
I feel like that's a little better use of our time here. And I'll start off first with Fight for the Fallen. It's the AEW event that airs.
Let's go by date.
Let's go by date. This is first. This one's on Saturday. I believe it starts at 8, I think. Something like that. You guys watch it. You don't need me to tell you what time it starts. Anyways, but the card has been announced. It looks like a good show. I'm excited for the show.
It's a solid card. Yeah. I mean, a lot of pairings That's one thing that I think is really appealing is that the majority of the matches have never happened before, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Kenny's ever worked with SEMA before. I mean, he may have.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, the Bucks versus the Rhodes brothers, they've never wrestled before either. There's a lot of first times on this card. I mean, I can't think SCU and who are the SCUs working?
Pentagon Jr. and
I feel like
brothers.
They've been around for so long. I feel like they had to have worked some indie show somewhere.
Yeah,
but
it's possible they haven't though.
It's also very possible, but I just can't. I feel like who hasn't Christopher Daniels worked with at this point?
Well, it's Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky.
Oh, that's right. Daniels isn't.
Okay, so this combo up, I can see that now.
Yeah, that's definitely good. That's definitely could be a first.
Unless
time.
it was like a bar wrestling, is what I can only think.
That's
of.
literally the only, or some random PWG show that I don't recall.
No, they haven't.
No.
Before we pick apart the card. And Extreme Rules, and we talk about it. Which of the two are you more excited about? Which one are you looking forward to more? Extreme Rules or Fight for the Fallen?
I don't know. I'm really still just subscribing to the notion that it's, apples and oranges. I really like it.
I know that. Not like, I'm just saying, you have to be looking forward to one more than the other, no? It's like when two movies are coming out. It's not like saying, well,
I guess
all the movies are coming out, so I'm excited. No, you're excited for one movie more than the other.
I guess I'm still more the new car smell of AEW hasn't worn off yet.
Fair.
And to me, that is still gonna. I mean, like I just said, all those things that I mentioned are all going to be happening for the first time, and that's very appealing to me. And also, it's in their backyard, and also in Tony Khan's father's arena that he built, so they're going to have every inch of that arena under their control. So,
did you watch the Road to
the most recent one? Yes.
Did you watch it, Kevin?
I didn't.
It was interesting the way they talked about the venue.
They really made it seem like important.
Which, I mean, obviously they're going to because his dad owns it or whatever, but because it is straight. Like the whole time I thought it was weird that they were doing it in that setting of like a stage that you're going to be looking at type of thing. I've seen a few NXT shows like that where it's like,
I don't think it'll be like that.
No, I
though.
think it is.
That won't be the entrance, and they walk down in the middle.
no, I think it's the stage and they're all looking at the stage.
That's
I think.
that's interesting.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong.
I've seen
think you're
NXT
wrong.
shows like that.
I know, but I don't think that's how it's going to be set up.
Remember how terrible that was?
Yes.
I don't know.
So-
You could be right, but I don't see it happening. I
Well, but
think
they
that
even
I think they use the stage as like the Tron and the entrance, and then they walk down it.
Now I need to figure this out. Fight for the Fall.
I don't know. I remember going to that NXT show at the Novo and being miserable. We're like, oh, cool, we got floors. We're on the floor, great. And the first match, Andrade versus Gargano, and it was all on the mat. Couldn't see a damn thing.
Yeah, you're looking up like that. I'd imagine.
couldn't see a single thing.
Oh,
I saw
you're right. Okay, yeah.
a
Okay.
leg or two.
All right, you guys are right. It is. It's weird, but yeah, there is the small. Yeah, you guys are right. There is a
It makes
ring on the
most
stage
sense.
like that. Okay.
Us being right makes all the sense.
Yeah, but they really. But to your point exactly, they really emphasize the history of the building.
Yeah, they did.
really wanted people to know about it. That it's like this building has been in the Khan family for years. Tony
Opera
Khan,
House vibe, that whole thing.
Yeah, Tony Khan's father has used it for a million things. Now it's his son is having which I guess technically it's their second.
Third.
Well, I've been talking to like people who are part of AEW and stuff, dude. They don't really consider Fyter Fest like one of their major events.
Well, I don't think they consider this a major event either because they're giving it away for free.
But it's still going to be at but they still consider it like it's an AEW event. The reason that the Fyter Fest thing happened because it was tied to the CEO gaming thing.
Yeah, but it was still an AEW event.
Yeah, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I'm not.
The purpose of the event was the entire original concept of that whole weekend was the CEO gaming thing.
Correct.
They created because Kenny was there and all the Bucks were there. They wanted to get more hype with Kenny because it's Kenny's thing. They have the event as a sort of like a peripheral of that weekend. There's nothing that's attached to Fight for the Fallen. There's nothing that's like, oh, everybody's in town for such and such, like WrestleMania weekend, or everybody's in town for a convention.
But it's not a major show.
I consider it is.
No, it's the Daly's Palace. The Daly's place is in a small venue. It's not a major show. It's
Yeah,
at a
I mean,
5,000 capacity.
I don't think
place.
they're building it up as a major show. I mean,
No.
of course, they're going to give it hype because it's one of their first shows.
Yeah, I think it's getting equal hype to Fyter Fest. I don't know about that. Unless I'm tripping, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let's talk. I'm actually interested in your opinion on this one because and that's the pre-show because I feel like there are two shows that they have had now, AEW. They have not been super well received. I don't think
Double or Nothing wasn't well received.
the pre-show.
Pre-shows, yeah.
The pre-shows. No, I think both shows have been well received.
I was like, really?
But both pre-shows have been pretty shit on, I think.
Right, yeah.
The Battle Royal got shit on pretty hard for Double or Nothing. And then the Fyter Fest one where it had Michael Nakazawa and Jeb Bailey or whatever. Those two pre-shows got pretty crapped on.
Also, they kind of booked. They didn't really have a shot to begin with. If you really think about it from the beginning, first off, this is not a discredit to anybody who was in that Battle Royal. Nothing. I respect every single person that was involved in that Battle Royal, and I think that they all have the potential to be great. It's just none of them are TV trained. None of them were.
Right.
Fair.
Not one of them.
There was maybe a couple, but that was about it.
Well, Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
And Tommy Dreamer, I'm sorry.
Right.
But that's why it was such a mess. Is because none of them know. All of them are indie guys. None of them have been trained to wrestle for a TV crowd or a crowd that big. So that was, to me, that battle. When I saw who was involved in the Battle Royal, I was like, oh, this is going to be a disaster from the get go. I knew that. And also, when you fast forward to the Fyter Fest pre-show, how can you expect that to be great? They don't have a Pat Patterson or a great programmer yet that can make a person who has never wrestled before and book it in a way that it's interesting.
Well, and also they've really gone hard on the comedy aspect for the pre-shows, and I think that, and then serious for the main shows. But I think as wrestling fans, we've been so programmed to see the pre-shows as a selling point for the pay-per-view. Like, this is the thing you're giving away for free to convince people to watch the thing, so it's going to be similar. Like, this is similar to what you're getting later, and it's been so, like...
Different.
It's just like, vastly different.
In a way, like, WWE kind of trained us also to, like, expect really good matches on the pre-shows, like, because there tend to be matches on there where, like, how's this guy in a pre-show? And then you watch the match, you're like, oh, that was really good. And then, why wasn't it on the main show? So I feel like that's kind of a similar thing where it's like, we kind of expect a better pre-show than what we've been getting.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I also think that the Librarian thing has I have faith that there is some long-term plan here.
I'm dying to know what it is.
Because I hate to sound mean because I like the people involved, but like I hope that it's not that they're not that far off the mark, that they're not understanding the feedback from the fans. I feel like they know what the fans are saying about this, and there has to be some kind of
I think they do.
That's
why I think they do. That's why every time they talk about like future booking, they're like Librarians in every match. You know,
5-year plan.
Yeah, like,
Librarian.
yeah. I think they get. I think this is.
They know.
I think they do.
So you guys both think that it's leading to something.
If it wasn't leading to somewhere before, as far as like something that was a genuinely good payoff, it now 100% will be.
Because from day one, it was
why.
Yeah. Even they said it. Like the whole initial selling point was like, why is Tony making us do this? Remember, like that was like the whole initial thing. So it has to be. There has to be some kind of plan here because now they've announced that Peter Avalon, one of the Librarians, he's gonna be on the pre-show. That's the opening match. Peter Avalon against Sonny Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Kiss is obviously someone they've been pushing as well.
I think that's gonna be fun.
I also think it's gonna be fun.
But
I like both wrestlers, but it's
be
the
a
exact
comedy
same thing.
with-
It's gonna be like a comedy thing.
And
It
mostly
will be a
because
comedy
of Peter.
thing.
Like, I mean,
And by the way, and this is just, and I was talking to him about it not too long ago, and we were just saying like the way Peter sells is perfect for Sonny.
oh, absolutely.
It's perfect because like he's my favorite sellers, and he does this to an extent, are the cartoony ones. Like whenever Arn Anderson would get a few punches and he would be like where is he? You know, like that kind of shit is funny to me, and I love it. I love that kind of selling, the over exaggeration, and Peter's always been really good at that. And can you just imagine doing with the turnbuckle butt spot?
Oh, yeah,
and
that's gonna be
he's going to
insane.
make that look incredible.
Yeah.
And
I just fear that like the Leva Bates match was not the most well received match with the Librarian thing on the Fighter Fest pre-show, and I'm worried that it's gonna like fall into the same thing here, where people are gonna be like shitting all over these two, and then it reflects negatively on the show as a whole.
It's possible. I mean, it's not to say that this match, when you put them two together, I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that it's just going to be nonsense. It could be for all we know, they could have a match plan with some comedy spots involved.
I could definitely very well see Peter getting brutal in
Yeah,
that match.
it could happen. We have no idea.
You guys are
but-
crazy. They're two. That's the main thing these two people are known for.
Okay,
No, but,
sure, but like they
You
can have
think
like
they're gonna go have like some serious?
no, like when I
No.
say no, that's not what we said. I said they're gonna have like a match. They'll have like lock up,
But
like,
like
headlock,
Peter
all that
could
shit.
make a turn where he just like goes in on it, like.
And then-
Could.
There's
and
still
then-
gonna be funny parts.
And
of
then they'll
course.
finish with the funny parts, like the butt thing, and then whatever Sonny's finishes, and then that's it. Like that's if they could, they like I'm trying to say that it's not putting them together is not a foregone conclusion that it's just going to be complete and utter nonsense.
Right.
They both have the ability to have good matches. It's up to them. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it won't be. I'm saying it. For all we know, it could just be Sonny Kiss making Peter uncomfortable for 10 minutes. That's really it could be. It could be also a great match. We have no idea, but the possibility is there. It's entirely up to the booker and the programmer to make it not.
Fair. No, fair. I guess just me personally, and maybe this is just preference. This is definitely a preference. Obviously, is that like I think it's just like maybe they're not going to open with this match. Maybe they're going to open with a different one. But like I don't like when I feel like you throw the comedy match like somewhere deeper in the show,
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
opposed to like the opening match to like
It could
draw
be on
people
the main
in.
show and in the middle of the main show because it's.
I think I would like it more there
Yeah.
than on the pre-show that's designed to like draw people in. You know.
I'm with you.
So wait, who do you guys think is gonna win? Sunny Kiss? That you guys?
Yes.
Are we
Yeah.
all Sunny Kiss there? Okay, yeah, I agree. Are we also got Brandi? I don't know where this is gonna be on the card, but
Brandi versus
Brandi Rhodes versus
Allie.
Allie. For those of you who've been watching the
It's a shame she can't be Allie Impact anymore. That's a great name.
wait, what?
Allie.
That is her name, Allie.
I'm saying Allie Impact.
That wasn't her name.
Yeah, she was.
She was
She
never
was
Allie
Allie.
Impact?
No, she was Allie and Cherry Bomb.
Maybe that was her Twitter handle.
Yeah,
That was her Twitter handle.
Which that's a great name, by the way. Allie Impact is a great
They
name.
already had a Johnny Impact,
Yeah,
so
that
you
was-
couldn't.
yeah.
They weren't related.
so he's a free agent now.
yeah,
He's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. I'm actually wondering if he shows up to fight for the Fallen.
I will say, I know I've watched a bit of Impact. Watched the Slammiversary. I like Johnny's new finisher that he's been doing. It's like
Not the Starship Pain?
No, he puts them up in like a razor's edge, and then he kind of like.
Oh yeah, I saw it. That was
twists,
cool.
like,
Yeah.
almost like rock bottoms him
Yeah.
out of it. It's pretty interesting. Like
haven't
I mean,
seen
it's a lot of work from the other guy, but
I low key like his manager too.
dude, yeah.
I hate that I do, but I do.
I mean, he went from
Johnny Bravo,
Johnny
right?
Bravo referee that helped him cheat and win, and then now he's like all sleazy.
And like I hated him at first,
Yeah.
but
It's funny.
it's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's grown on me for sure. And there were some good moments. Slammiversary. Slammiversary was a good show. But
a masked rhino.
that was ridiculous. I like that WWE just didn't care about it either.
Yeah, there's like that's fine.
Like when I talked to sources there, they were like, "No, his contract's up July 17th," and I was like,
wore 'em.
"Do you
It's
think it would be an
fine.
issue since he clearly was on TV?" And they were like, "No,
You
not
weren't mad,
really."
so
Like,
no
no,
one really
like,
saw it.
who
It's fine.
cares? You know, like that's how far
Yeah.
down the Impact has got. Like they're not on the radar for WWE. They're like, no, we're much more focused on AEW right now. You know,
That's crazy.
but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because I don't have it here on the list since it got brought up Impact. It wouldn't surprise me to see Johnny Impact or Johnny Elite, whatever
be
his
great
name is,
there.
to see him show up during maybe like I don't know, like during Chris Jericho's promo or something. Isn't Chris Jericho going to be a Fight for the Fallen now? Like cutting a promo.
I don't recall.
I think they announced that too. So
Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty fun actually, seeing those two guys kind of butt heads, given the way that their characters are.
I mean, I could see it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do think he's gonna be. I have a hard time believing that they keep him that they keep him in Impact much longer. Because from what I've heard, his contract's officially up. That
I mean,
he can move elsewhere.
I mean, he
Does Taya have a contract
He
anywhere?
lives in Slamtown.
She's still with Impact.
He lives in Slamtown.
He does
but
live in
He can
Slamtown.
move another company. No, he's
Yeah.
not gonna move out of Slamtown.
No, he's not gonna move out of Slamtown.
He's the mayor.
I love that there's an actual Slam City. Like that. Remember that stop motion series that was that WWE put
Oh,
out
yeah.
back in the day?
I mean, speaking of mayors, are you going to be mayor of Rybackville?
I hope so. I mean, I applied for the position.
Fingers crossed.
I don't know if you've got
Me
the
and
job.
Ryback have had a couple of good interactions on Twitter lately. That and the fireworks. That was a good one. Whenever we talked about Ryback fireworks.
I didn't see.
You
it.
didn't see that?
No.
Oh
So
yeah,
what had happened?
fireworks.
I
Yeah.
saw the fireworks.
And so he like said, "You'll be seeing my lawyers are going to be on top of
Yeah.
this," which also I love because who do they contact? Like who gets sued
Yeah.
in that situation?
Yeah, totally.
And anyway, but after he wrote that, I said, all copyright infringement aside, I would buy the fuck out of some Ryback fireworks.
Obviously, yeah, of course.
And then Dolph Ziggler wrote, what did he write? He wrote,
Oh, you spawned that? Because I did see
Yeah,
the
I
conversation
spawned
between
that,
Don
yeah.
and Dolph and Ryback. I did see all that.
yeah, and then Ryback
That's funny.
responded to it, and then Dolph responded to that. Yeah.
I did see that whole thing about like he'd get him
Yeah,
injured.
then-
Something about getting someone injured
Yeah, then
or blown up
Vanderbeek
and
retweeted
injured.
it, and he was like, and then he's like, "Thank you, Jamie, for starting this shit."
That was a good one.
Ryback fireworks would be great.
Yeah.
I buy them, obviously. Feed me more of those. Brandi Rhodes versus Allie. If you guys have been watching the Road to Fighter Fest videos they've been doing, they did last week's episode centered around not the whole thing, but the last kind of last.
It was a good chunk focused on.
Chunk of it was focused on Brandi Rhodes, and she got real vulnerable about how she feels about how she almost felt like nobody cares about her as a wrestler. And
was this stemming from the interview that she did with Muscle and Fitness, or is it because they were talking about an interview? Like, because in the beginning, Allie says,
"That sounds right."
Because Allie says, "I didn't know that you went through that in your interview. I really learned to like a sheep and shins." Not
no. Last week when Brandi was focused, that's the interview she's talking about.
I thought maybe that because she was talking about Brandi's insecurities. I thought maybe she addressed them in the Muscle and Fitness.
No, because she did it in an interview of last week's Road 2 episode. And she's like crying in it. Did you watch it by any chance?
I did not.
She's like crying in it. So, I mean, I think it did build anticipation a little bit for the match just because, you kind of see what it means to both of these women. But I don't think that it's like one of the most one of the matches people are like super hyped about, considering like the last Allie match was on the pre-show. On the pre-show wasn't that well received against one of the Librarians, but I'm hoping that they kind of can come out and surprise everyone.
One thing you can't say is that Brandi's not putting in the work and trying to get better and better and better every day in the ring.
Yeah,
like she clearly wants to be a serious in-ring competitor, and Allie's been doing this shit for a while. Like
Allie Impact.
Yeah. That's a great name. It's like it sounds. I mean, I'd want to have that name if I was a girl.
Dude, when they had their indie names, Cherry Bomb and Pepper Parks, so I was like, these are just such indie wrestler names, and then they went to Impact, and then just.
Cherry Bomb wasn't bad.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I like both of their names.
Yeah.
But going back to what I was just saying, but it really just depends on where Brandi's at. But also Allie's been doing this for so long that I feel like even if Brandi is still on the greener side, because she's only been really an active in-ring competitor for the past 2 years?
That's what I would say.
Yeah, which is a good amount of time. Don't get me wrong, but how many matches has she had? It's
because when. At FCW, she only did ring announcing, right?
Yeah.
She didn't train there.
No,
FCW,
she only
right?
started training after
WWE,
yeah. As far as I know, unless she did. I mean, as far as we know, she did some stuff at the PC, but I have no idea. But
that was even pre-PC days.
Who knows?
Fair.
Who knows?
I mean, she's got Cody to train with. So
that's not going
to hurt.
And hopefully, if Allie will be able to cover any spots that weren't shaded in.
Totally
in the picture. But
so who do you think's gonna win the match?
Oh shit. That's a tough one because on one hand it could really set up like it depends on it really hasn't really been established what Brandi is yet in terms of a good guy or a bad guy. I don't think it
wasn't
has.
she kind of.
She's definitely playing the heel part.
Yeah, I guess she's.
I don't think so,
she's much more along the Cody lines where it's like. She plays whatever she really wants to because Cody does the same thing. Like sometimes he'll do some real heel shit. Sometimes he'll be like super baby face.
Because if they really want to pull the trigger on Brandi being a heel, this is the match to do it.
Oh sure, absolutely.
If she can win, but in some horrible way, then you got your first monster heel as a woman in the roster.
I mean, that's kind of why I feel that Brandi's going to take it. I feel like that because also, like they've been saying, wins matter in AEW, so why not get her that win? So it feels like Brandi's going to take this.
Yeah, and I
think it's going to be due to heel tendencies.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she heals it up. She wins the match for sure.
Well, she brings out Awesome Kong, distracts him. And
I was wondering that.
Wow, what did they should
Kong destroys.
They should be a thing.
Well, they kind of made it look like they were going to be a thing at the end of the match, Double or Nothing. She kind of took her back, like as if they were.
But there hasn't been anything
together.
since then.
No, there hasn't. Well, it hasn't been a TV show really, But I guess they could have done something on BTE or Road 2 or something like that.
But like, I could just imagine Brandi and having Kong be the enforcer. That's dope.
Well, because what I had heard, she's not. Kong's only really like a per appearance type thing.
She doesn't have a full-time contract.
No. All right, let's move on to the next match here. Let's go with the Dark Order versus Angelico and Jack Evans versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Formerly the Super Smash Brothers.
formerly the Super Smash Bros. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. This one I think was just announced today. I don't know where it got announced. I
Wait,
saw
the
people
Dark
talking
Reign
about
versus
it, but I don't know where.
versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, and who else? What was the other
It's
team?
the Dark Order versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
Got it.
I got to go Dark Order in this because of how they've been kind of building them.
Yeah, and also we haven't seen anything of them in this company yet. And
Yeah.
so if they really want to establish them as dominant as they tried to do at Double or Nothing, which I think it's still the jury's out whether or not that was effective or not. Because
Everyone is confused.
everybody was confused, but also at the same time, how do you introduce somebody?
Absolutely.
You know,
They were confused at Fighter Fest too.
I thought the Double or Nothing one was a clever way to do it.
Yeah.
The putties that they have essentially. I mean, those are kind of interesting. So Fighter Festing was also that was like, okay, maybe the crowd is going to be into it this time.
But they have put a lot of effort into the Dark Order
Absolutely.
now. So it would be
Because they noticed when people were chanting, "Who are you?" like at Double or Nothing.
yes, and this would almost be, in my opinion, a concerning thing if they do lose here, because they're the ones saying wins and losses matter, and they've been putting all this effort. They've been pushing these guys as one of the top heels in the tag division right now. Obviously, they want to build up to an eventual Dark Order versus Young Bucks match because Super Smash Bros. And Young Bucks have great chemistry together already. So it would be crazy if they lose here.
The last time I saw Evil Uno wrestle on a match at PWG, he bit someone's dick. So that's I think my last.
Who was that?
impression of
Whose
him.
dick was it?
I don't remember, but he
Well, it wasn't Joey's because he's still around.
I feel like he
He still got teeth.
yeah.
I almost feel like he did the Bray Wyatt exorcist crawl and then just chomped him in the corner.
Is PWG
It's done 2 weeks.
2?
2 weeks?
Oh God, I hope it's not.
Not the 20th. Not
it
the weekend.
Friday?
The following weekend. The 27th.
Oh, the 27th.
27th, I believe.
Oh God, wait. I know we're recording right now, but I have to make sure because I'm out of
Oh,
town.
Ryan.
Okay. Whew. I am in town.
I know
weekend.
you said you're out of town
Whew.
on Comic Con weekend. It's not the Comic Con
Okay.
weekend.
Whew.
I know that for a fact.
Are you going Comic-Con weekend?
You can't.
I can't. I'm
Because we'll be
so
out of town.
pissed. I literally I offered badges today, and then I was like, yeah,
Why,
totally.
what are you doing?
And then I forgot. I'm going to Palm Springs for my mom's birthday because she
What
lives in
day?
Palm Springs. The whole weekend.
Thursday?
Well, I'll be working on Thursday.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah, well, we have a bunch of meetings out there.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm taking
I
the
don't
train Thursday and then coming back Thursday night.
know. Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not going to stay the weekend.
So you're only going for like a few hours?
Yeah, I'm only going for the meetings and buying the Comic-Con exclusives. That's the only reason I really go.
And I ordered my Macho Man. So
How'd you order it?
on Entertainment whatever Earth?
You ordered the Slim Jim one?
Yeah, it was like right when it went on sale. I ordered it.
How much was that?
Like 40.
Damn, that's it.
I think after even shipping. it was
Although
like 40.
the thing is that those at the exclusives, you'll be able to find them because people
Right,
buy
right.
them, and then because there's all those independent stations that people are selling shit. It'll be more,
Right.
but they'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay, SoCal Uncensored versus Lucha Bros. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking here on this one?
I say Lucha Bros. They
Lucha
need to
Bros,
win.
too.
They
Yeah.
haven't won these matches. They need to win.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
Yeah, I'm on that same wavelength. I think that and SoCal Uncensored they won at
At Double or Nothing.
and at Fighter Fest, didn't
Yep.
they?
Wait,
Did they wrestle Fighter Fest SoCal Uncensored? No, they lost it. They lost at Fighter. Wait, no.
They wrestled. It was in the
They were in
pre-show.
that triple tag match.
Yeah.
Didn't they
Yeah.
win? Who? It was Private Party. It was Frank Kazarian and Scorpio. And it was
the couple of the
Angelico and
was it them? I have no idea. I thought it was one. I thought it was one of those two of those three people that they wrestled at Double or Nothing.
AEW Fighter Fest. Hold on, I'll tell you guys in 1 second. That's so bad. We all have such terrible memories. It was
My brain hurts.
Oh, Best Friends, and they won.
that's right, they
That's
won,
who it was.
yeah.
It was Best Friends who won.
I remember the shot. That crane shot is great. They've been using
The Okada pull-out one?
Not that one. They've been using like a nice swinging crane, and it gave that shot a really good shot when Chucky and Trent were on the top rope after the win.
All right.
I'm just saying. This is nice.
They didn't. I don't think they took the pin in this one. I think Private Party took the pin in this one.
I think so.
So yeah, I'm with you guys though. I think that Lucha Bros they lost to the Young Bucks.
Is that like a half point?
What?
Well, I'm wondering how this is. Now I'm like wondering about the math of AEW's wins-loss thing. Is that like a half point if you don't take the pin, but you still lose?
Don't ask me. I'm not a math person. I don't know. I actually noticed in the fight for the Road to Fighter Fest thing, or sorry, the Road to Fight for the Fallen video was the first real like numbersy thing they did, where it was like by the numbers, which is a total ripoff of what WWE does
For the Royal Rumble.
for the Royal Rumble, and they had the same name and everything, where it's by the numbers, which I was like,
Are you working out right now? Looks like you're just like,
No, I'm just resting.
pumping these arms.
I'm resting.
Just like Jamie's
I'm
never
also
not working out.
I'm being
now.
intimidating to you guys.
yeah, I think just Lucha Bros need more wins. So yeah, Lucha Bros all around with you guys. This is another one that seems like pretty obvious answer to me. That's Adam Page versus Kip Sabian.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's gonna be Adam Page.
Adam Page.
They
For
need
sure.
it. Yeah, they're really gonna have this guy win the championship. They need to feature him more.
Or at least be in. He's gonna be in the title match
he
regardless.
hasn't done shit. These
Yeah,
past 2
he
months.
he won the pre-show match, and then no, he was on
Was
Fighter
it-
Fest.
What did he do at Fighter Fest? I don't
In
even
the
remember.
four-way. He won the
Oh,
four-way.
Okay, well, so
With a four-way for a chance to fight Kip Sabian, which is very strange to me.
That was
I thought
so
that was
weird.
a weird thing. Like
that's what I'm saying. There was
you get
nothing.
this opportunity to fight.
Like if he had
this guy.
lost, he still would have had the title match. It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter.
But
No,
it
I'm with
does
you in that.
in wins and losses.
I guess so.
Oh,
I guess
wins and
so.
losses matter.
Wins and
But
losses
I'm
matter.
just saying, you would think
I don't know if
that
you
the
know
guy
that.
who
By the
they're probably unless they, which they may even give it to Jericho. It's not.
I think they're
beyond
gonna
the-
give it Jericho.
But still, it's the number one contender for the first championship title match they've ever had.
Yes.
And you're not featuring him majorly in anything right now. Like he opened the show last show. I mean, I don't know. They need to give him something.
Well, last show he was in the four-way, but he opened
that opened the show.
Did it?
I think the 4-way opened the main show. Did it not?
Yeah, I believe it was. I mean, it was in the main show for sure. I don't.
I
know
think it opened the
who
main
was
show.
I don't remember.
But
But I'll
have
take
bad
it.
memories. Okay.
I have to take your word for it now. Damn it.
Yeah, but he needs to. Like,
yeah, he needs it. And what does Kasabian lose here? I
Nothing.
mean, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, he just gets the rub here from being in a high-profile singles match on this show. Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela versus MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Sean Spears. I'm going to go with...
So it's the hardcore guys versus the douchebags.
Basically.
Got it.
I'm going with the hardcore guys. I think that Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey all kind of need wins. MJF loses nothing by
Yeah.
He's
losing
supposed
this
to.
match.
He's a bad guy.
He'll blame it on everyone else.
Well, I'm assuming MJF.
Well, he's already started saying he doesn't want to team with them. Like
Yeah.
when he said he was teaming with Sean Spears, he was like mad.
And they had that whole backstage thing after Fyter Fest where Sean Spears and MJF got into it. So I'm assuming MJF and Sean Spears are going to kind of like eliminate each other from the match, and then Sammy's by himself.
and they'll start a feud. So that makes sense.
It makes sense. Although it's going to be a weird feud between the two of them because they're both heels, so that is going to be like it's a weird pairing, MJF and Sean Spears.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we still have to have the payoff from Sean and
Cody.
and Cody. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny. I saw Darby Allin say something about he called his team like said something like the Mount Rushmore of hardcore or something like that, and I was
I
like,
think it was Mount Rushmore backyard wrestling, or was was that what it was? I can't remember.
it wasn't. No, but in my mind, I
Yeah.
thought that should have been more of the definition. So I'm glad you said that.
The Light Tube Hall of Fame.
That's more. Wait, you know
Legion of
what?
Light
Speaking,
Tubes.
you know what? There was one big story that happened in the news this week that we definitely should discuss since Joey Janela.
I'm
just got
shocked
brought
you
up.
didn't bring it up. I was like, when you said there's nothing to talk about, I was like,
Well,
really?
It's literally the only thing to talk about in wrestling news this week because I laughed so hard at it all day
God,
this
it
week,
was
or
so
all day yesterday.
It was so stupid.
And that is Joey Janela and Enzo Amore getting into a fight in New Jersey at a Blink-182 concert. The video is, if you haven't seen the video, go to Enzo Amore's Instagram page. It is
Wow,
one of
shout
the
out.
funniest things I have ever seen because when you see them and like...
After you watched it for like the 50th time, you're like, they're just dancing around each other.
It's just dancing. It's 100 when you. I'm glad you watched it as many times as I have because I have watched that video so many times and laughed every time because it's literally just like it's almost like an awkward school dance where like Enzo walks up like he's gonna do something and then Joey kind of like comes in and Enzo backs up and then like Enzo goes in and Joey
First
backs
off,
up.
none of them know how to fight. And I think Joey will admit that.
Oh, he literally says it in his tweets.
I'm not.
He's like, I'm not Lennox Lewis. Yeah, this is like the shittiest fist fight ever.
Which, by the way, very random boxer to pick. Like, not Tyson, not Holyfield, not Mayweather, not Muhammad Ali.
He was hoping to trip up Enzo, and he was like, I love Annie Lennox's music, man. I love the voice.
But, like, just...
we was walking on broken glass.
And I have nothing to say about either of them in terms of negative. I've been friends with both of them in the past, but... It's just God. Like
it's a mess.
First off, I will say this: like I'm not saying this happened, but it did look like Joey ran from the videos. Like not that he ran, but that he
was back.
Tried to get away.
Yeah, and which didn't help him.
No.
And now Enzo looks stupid because he won't shut up about it and keeps. Like screenshotting the tweets that Joey sent, and he's like saying like clout chasing. It's like, bro, you're talking about this more than he is. You know, like
they're both talking about it a good amount.
It's so dumb to me, dude. It's like, well, first off, if you really, he should know, Enzo especially, he should know that the worst thing you could do is sell, and he's doing nothing but selling.
Yeah.
Nothing but.
Yeah, fair.
Like if you really wanted to show that Joey Janela doesn't affect your headspace, you would have stopped after that first initial thing.
Did you guys see he posted a video of himself boxing today too?
Oh wow.
Where he's doing the speed bag, yeah. Like what? Okay, first of all,
yeah, I can do that, but I'm not like the biggest fighter in the world. I can do that.
The video Enzo has, I know from what I have heard, he was filming when he actually punched Joey in the face, too. And Joey doesn't go down, so I'm guessing that's why he cut the video off when he did, or has it edited the way it's edited. Because you don't see when Enzo actually throws a punch at all. Because from what I heard, he did throw a punch. Like, from what I heard... I think Joey's already said some of these things too. That Joey walked up to him
and said, "Want to fight?"
Hi, I'm Joey Janela. Want to fight? And put his middle finger in Enzo's face and kind of like shoved it in his face.
Which would make anybody want to swing.
Yeah. And then I heard that like when he did that, Enzo kind of like
with two hands.
I heard they kind of like. I heard they hit fists. Is what I heard. Is that they like hit fists?
Oh, I thought you were saying like this is like Mickey Gall taught Enzo how to do this.
Double punch. Like I think it was. Like
you won't know which one to block.
I think it was like a push punch kind of thing. I just know they punched fists basically, and then
the world exploded.
Yeah.
It's like when the Hulk and Thanos punched.
I like when he even has to bring in like CM Punk and where he's like oh like CM Punk like fake fighters can't when they get to the fight they can't really fight.
I'm just
like
saying I'm friends with both of them and this made both of them look terrible. It really did.
I also loved
Enzo. Stop talking about it. Joey, what'd you expect? You came up and he'll even admit, he's even admitted that he probably shouldn't have done that.
Damn, when Bleak comes out here.
Oh, he definitely said that, and he shouldn't have.
When Bleak comes out here, I might have to fight somebody.
Who are you gonna fight?
Probably you.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm Kevin. Want to fight?
I'm all jacked up on virgin
on
White Claws.
Yeah. Those are just called LaCroix.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm all jacked up on LaCroix.
It was just so, like, it makes me mad that they're still talking about it.
My other favorite thing of the day, of this whole thing, was where Joey tweeted Enzo saying like, "Hey man, you know what? Like, let's squash this at Dre's or whatever that is. Like, I think it's Dre's. It was DR.
No, it wasn't Dre's. Dre's is a Vegas.
But I think it's pronounced the same, isn't it?
I don't know if it's pronounced the same, but it's definitely not the same.
No, it's not Dre's in Vegas or like the famous nightclub, but it's like spelled. It's spelled D-R-A-I-S. So I don't know how else you would pronounce that.
Right.
So I think it's Dre's, but no, not Vegas Dre's. No, not that franchise. And he said like, oh, like let's go squash DJI or whatever.
You'll never be even allowed in Dre.
He said, Enzo replied saying, I hate to be the one to pull the nipple out of the baby's mouth here, but fuckboy Joey Janela allowed at DJs.
Oh yeah, Joey Janela, I forgot.
That's canceled for you all summer. It's a place for throwing napkins, not throwing fists. Janela gonna get by Big Billy, DJ Lughead, or Fun Anthony at the door?
Fun Anthony, dude. That guy fucking beats the shit out of people. You know he does.
You never want. You never want to cross Fun Anthony.
Yeah, don't piss off Fun Anthony, dude.
Why you call Fun Anthony? I ain't so fun.
I have a really funny joke that I
ain't so fun.
I can't say it on screen because it's low key bad. But remind me to tell you. Peter Avalon told me an incredible story that I need to tell you guys.
And then just the capper of the DJs thing is I love that today Joey posted a screen grab where that nightclub sent him one of their like spam text messages. It says DJs, tonight it's everyone's favorite. Christmas in July. Ho, ho, ho. So much better than the real thing. Plus, it's ladies' night. Starts 8 to 11, $2 beers, $3 drinks. And Joey replied back and said, sorry, DJs is canceled for me. Which I thought that was the best. Honestly, the whole thing is so funny. Like, it's just funny because it's not a real fight. It's Blink-182 concert. Like, it's all the it's in Jersey.
One sort of punch landed. Joey's just drunk on White Claws. But by the way,
Enzo's in a fedora.
Yeah, and by the way, Joey's face was the best part of it to me because it really turned from being funny to serious to him. Because I think it happened before his brain could register. He was just like, "Oh shit, we're fighting!"
That was my favorite part about it too.
Because he's like,
a raccoon, like, oh shit, like this is happening. Like he definitely didn't think ahead.
It would get to that point
in the moment of just like, hey, I'm Joey Janela. Oh, it's the best video. I loved it. All right, moving on from that.
I mean, he had Mizdad hands. Like, yeah, he
really did. Did you watch that video as many times as we did?
No, because it makes me mad.
Yeah, it made you more mad. I laughed so hard at it. I watched it so many. I watched it 100 times. I loved it.
It's like neither of you guys need to be doing this. Neither of you guys.
Well, Enzo might need it.
I plead the fifth on this one. I mean, Joey, I love you, man, but you can't be running up to people saying want to fight and sticking your middle finger in their faces.
I mean, it's a very Jersey thing to happen at least it was in Jersey.
Yeah.
Keep it in Jersey. That's a Jersey thing. So, let's hurry up and wrap up.
Oh, wow.
I know, we went that long. I didn't have time for Extreme Rules.
The AEW preview.
We will do Extreme Rules too, but I'll do it faster.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Cody and Dustin Rhodes versus the Young Bucks.
That's going to be a lot to fun.
I'm gonna say
we're keeping it close here. We're keeping it quick.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay, Rhodes Brothers.
Rhodes Brothers.
Rhodes Brothers.
Yeah. I don't know because it doesn't really seem like we're gonna get much of Dustin after this.
Fast and fun, Jamie. Let's go.
I agree with you. I felt the same vibe. He almost said he wanted to retire at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like it's like if they won. Sure, like then it leads to something, like another one, a rubber match. But now it's like okay, they win and then Dustin retires and then like the Bucks just lost, which could happen. That doesn't mean it won't, but
I more so see Dustin putting over the Bucks. I feel like he's probably watched, he's respected what's been going on.
Yeah,
Cody doesn't take the pin here. Dustin takes the pin,
and we have already had that moment.
Yes, and I also think the Bucks gain more from Dustin putting them over than Dustin gets from the Young Bucks.
Did you notice that they had to bleep out the Shield when they?
It's so silly when they do that.
Yeah,
I wonder if they have to do that or if it's just like a.
It's tongue in cheek.
I think it's more tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it's just
because it's like, why
silly.
can't you say the Shield? Of course, you can say the Shield in an interview. I can
1000%.
monetize an interview where I say a WWE name in it, right?
Yeah.
Silly.
I mean, it's silly.
It was silly.
It's for the goofs.
It is for the goofs. Kenny Omega versus Shima.
I'm excited. That's going to be a sleeper to me.
You think?
I am.
Gonna be the sleeper?
I do because granted, I don't know dick about this Shima guy. I don't, and the only thing I know about it is just based off the accolades that Christopher Daniels has said, that Kenny has said, from all these other people that they've shown, like saying that Shima's that guy in China.
Japan.
I'm sorry. Wait.
But
Well, he trains the
trains
people
Ja-
in China,
he's
but
from
he's
Japan.
Japanese. He's from
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh,
But, yeah.
okay.
I believe he's Dragon Gate, right?
I believe
For a
so.
long
and
time.
he's-
I was like,
but
God,
he's in
please don't
China.
make me sound racist. But
No,
No, he's Japanese.
He's
yeah.
Japanese.
Okay.
He trains
But he's
the
in China.
Chinese
Got it.
wrestlers. Yeah.
okay.
I think it was like he left I believe he left Dragon Gate and he went to China to take the Japanese style of wrestling. He started training the OWE guys
Okay,
in China.
that makes sense. But from what I've heard, everybody really likes to work with him. And I'm sorry, just the way I look at his face, that promo shot where he's like that, he looks like he could wrestle. I don't know.
Well, you've seen him in some matches.
Yeah, but those are like 3-people matches.
True,
Like
fair,
not
yeah.
one-on-one with Kenny Omega versus a 6-man tag.
Wasn't
It's
he
very
one-on-one at
different.
Fyter Fest?
Was he?
Wasn't it him and Christopher Daniels one-on-one?
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, then there you go. Why didn't I see that? I thought I watched the entire Fyre Fest. Why didn't I see that?
I feel like you were doing something during that time, but you try to watch as much as, or you try to catch up.
I don't recall.
But yes, I do think that he is going to be a sleeper one. I think it's going to be a sleeper match too.
And he was the final 3 of the Bola like not too long ago.
I was going to say, I am more familiar with him than I am with other Japanese wrestlers. For some reason, he was just like, when I was younger and I used to play that Extreme Warfare Revenge game, he was always like rated the highest. So I like actually went out and like
Which,
seeked
by
out
the
some
way,
of his
I
matches.
still feel like I'm the only person on the planet that didn't play that game.
I can't believe you never played that game.
I've just never heard of it.
Oh, so good. I hate it's literally the only reason I hate having a Mac, because I can't play it on a Mac. Well, you can, but you have to like use emulators and all
Anyway,
these things.
let's keep going.
Sorry, Extreme Rules. Oh, wait, are we all? Who's winning though?
I'm going
Kenny
to-
Omega. You're going Cima?
I'm going Sema.
Interesting.
I'm going Sema.
Has Kenny? Nah, Kenny's gotta win.
I'm going to say Sema.
Kenny won at Fyter Fest and he
Lost.
Lost
Well,
double or
no.
nothing.
I say Kenny.
He's gotta win. That'd be
I'm
crazy.
Fucking
Fuck you, Kevin.
punching you guys in your fucking no-nos after he wins.
All right, well, less analysis on the next few matches, but Aleister Black versus Cesaro. What do you guys think?
Looking forward to it, even though the build was weird as hell. I am looking. That's a fun pairing.
I
Did
love
you not like the reveal? I didn't like it either.
I liked
the
it.
whole
You
thing
did.
was weird.
I liked it because
From the inception of Aleister just
for
sitting in
sure.
a room, just like, okay,
I feel like the
someone
reveal,
come
though,
find me. Tell us where you are. Like, this is a big arena. You could be anywhere.
You could not even be here. Yeah. I like the reveal because I think for different reasons, because I like the over enunciation that they're both doing the entire time.
They were.
It was fantastic. It made me
But,
laugh a
but it
lot.
also makes me laugh because remember
I
the
hated
week
that.
before.
That's the part I hated. Of course,
week-
that's your favorite part that you like.
Which one?
No, the thing that he liked was the over pronunciation of all this, because they did. It was like,
we're going to have a fight. And they were like they would say fight.
But like it was so it was just so strange. Like the week after week after week of saying, "Someone come fight me." The past 50+ years, if you want to have a match, you go to the ring, you get a microphone, and you talk shit about.
that was the point.
But you don't hide in a closet from the guy you want, from somebody. Say, "Come fight me and fight me." Okay, and
Hey.
you make yourself a little easier to find.
You don't know if he had a sign on the door. Cesaro found him.
Cesaro was looking for the bathroom.
That's why he opened it. He's like, oh, all right, well,
I guess I'm here.
That's why he's walked around the chair so many times. He was looking for the hole. Like, where's the hole to pee in?
Oh, I guess I'm in this match.
Oh,
now.
I guess it's time for a fight.
But it's just always funny to me that okay, here's how we revealed it. Because the week before that, Aleister looks at somebody open the door and then smiles. So where do we expect to think like Cesaro just looked at him and smiled, closed the door? We'll talk next week.
I actually pictured more of a ding dong ditch scenario where they
Yeah.
and then ran, Yeah, I just pictured a WWE superstar running down the hall and like hiding behind one of those blue one of those blue storage
He
things.
could have just meshed in with the rest of the zombie run of the 24/7 title.
Could have,
So,
but I just like to picture Cesaro hiding behind one of those blue storage things when they,
yeah.
giggling to himself. All right, who wins? Aleister Black or Cesaro?
Black.
It has to be Black.
It's got to be Aleister Black. Yeah.
It's his first main roster singles match, is it not?
Yes. Well,
on a pay-per-view. On a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds right.
go with
And yeah, Cesaro. I mean, he's it's not like this is his first match back or something like that,
No.
or since the breakout
It'll be a
of the
good
bar.
one, and it'll be a strong win by Alistair.
Agreed. The Revival versus the Usos.
I'm
That's-
going,
I don't
I'm
know.
going Revival.
Revival.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Revival got to keep the tag titles, right?
Sure.
Sid, yeah.
That's what I mean. That's at this point with the tag team.
It's just
division,
so,
It's
like-
like, all right, fine. It doesn't really matter at this point.
I just feel like the past few weeks since they've been since they regained the titles, they have felt. What's the word I'm looking for?
You know what? Kind of like it would, which is kind of a bummer. Yes, you could. There's the argument that Shane's on TV too much. I really wish they had pulled the trigger with some sort of new corporation.
Fair.
And I kind
they-
of
And like, if we're gonna have Shane, let's do it.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's what we've been getting a little bit from.
But
on
they keep
Raw, at
stopping
least.
starting with it. They
I
do
know.
it and then they break up and then they
yeah,
have a whole
that's what
new
I'm
Shane
saying.
trio.
Like I thought when we saw Shane in the Staples Center with
Yeah,
the
that was
Revival and
great.
then Drew Mac. I thought that was the
I
beginning
thought it
of
was
something.
super good. I liked the way it looked. It was just
Roka
like-
for weeks was like, Ryan, I'm pretty sure we're getting a stable. And I was like, God, Roka, they've been doing this for weeks when we do the Raw recap, and then it was like, no, I'm pretty sure. And then finally
great
that
stable,
one
dude.
in LA, I was like, maybe they are. And then
Yeah.
nothing since.
What
Yeah.
a great stable! Like having the Revival dress nice.
But I was gonna say that the whole dressing nice thing.
Yeah.
they've been exuding a different confidence level, and I feel like they've been more entertaining on social media. They've been more entertaining when they are used. So yeah, I'm going Revival.
All right. Yeah.
Revival?
Revival.
You going
Sure,
Revival too?
sure.
Okay. Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley, last man standing match.
I hope it's Bobby Lashley. I want Lashley. I want Lashley.
I like how sassily Kevin said that.
I
I
want
hope
Bobby
it's
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
And here's my PowerPoint presentation as to fucking why. Let it roll.
Any particular reason?
I thought that leading up to the explosion on Raw, that was one of Bobby Lashley's best matches that he's had since coming to WWE.
Was Braun on Raw?
No, he hasn't been back since the explosion,
Okay.
right?
Right now.
He
Because
posted
I
a
know
video
he-
on social media
They
today.
said he ruptured his spleen.
Yeah. He posted a video on social media today, back in the gym after getting out of the ICU.
My spleen's all right.
Yeah, my spleen's,
Spleen's good.
Spleen's good, guys. We're good.
Country strong.
I'm going Braun Strowman.
I feel that way. I
Yeah.
mean, because he hasn't been. I mean, it's like his revenge thing. It'll be interesting. It's gonna be a really interesting match.
I also feel like if Paul Heyman's back in some form after Extreme Rules, I could see him having a affinity for Braun Strowman. Big, huge guy, and I feel like if anyone can, I feel like Paul Heyman can book Braun Strowman to be the successful the superstar that he
they
should
wanted
be.
him
Yeah,
to
that
be.
they wanted him to be. You said Lashley, I said Braun.
I'm gonna go with Braun.
You're going Braun too.
Wouldn't be shocked if it was Lashley, but I'm
Robert
going with Braun.
Waterfalls Lashley.
R.I.P. top 5. I was laughing when James made fun of your internet
I know,
this week. I was
I
like,
know, that son of a
gave me
bitch.
flashbacks, painful flashbacks. Cruiserweight title match: Drew Gulak, Tony Nese.
I'm going with Bulak.
Gulak,
I haven't been paying attention to the cruiserweight division enough.
great.
Great. And I'm sorry, it's just there's a lot to do.
There's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
a lot of-
apology necessary.
There's a lot of personal life.
I'm never gonna get mad at someone for not having enough time
Yeah.
to watch the
Every
the
single
D show that
damn thing.
WWE does, which it's good, but it's some people can't watch everything.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus AJ Styles.
I want AJ to take it.
I think AJ. If they really want this new heel Bullet Club thing to work, like the new club, the new AJ.
Because he's got to show the boys this is how you win.
Yeah, I think it's AJ. And it's a shame. It's just it's Ricochet's going the way of Finn. He
Here's
really
the thing,
is.
like I told you guys, imagine if that guy had a great personality on TV. He would be the full package. He looks great.
Because
He's
when you said
so
that,
athletic.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And then I thought about God, could you imagine if Finn had
Oh my
a
God.
good promo, if he was like he was
Let him turn
out
he-
there,
let him
he
turn-
was
let him turn heel, because then when he does, that is the Finn that's gonna get.
Honestly, that's what I
over.
hope happens here. I really hope Finn Balor interferes and he's the reason that AJ Styles wins the United States Championship so that the club can be full. That's my hope. I
That
don't
would
think it's
be
gonna happen.
That'd be crazy.
I would like it for it to be like, I guess, like, because I know you're gonna get to it, but isn't a Shinsuke versus Finn match on there?
No.
Oh, really?
They were. I mean, didn't they have it on SmackDown?
They had
and
a
then Shinsuke
non-title match.
won.
Shinsuke won.
That it hasn't been added to the show yet.
I mean, if it does, if
I'm on WWE.com's website.
I mean, I imagine if it might get added, I could see Luke and Anderson come in and help Finn get the distraction and him be confused a little bit, then later helping AJ.
I would love that.
It would be great.
I would love that, but he's not on this show.
I mean, he might. They might add it.
When are they gonna add it?
I don't know. The tickets are like buy one get one free everywhere. Fucking for all these pay-per-views. Why not add the fucking match?
I'm gonna go with AJ Styles too. And I feel like when Ricochet won, it was confusing because it was so soon for him. So this explains why they wanted to get it off of a heel so soon. This is clearly factored into other plans later down the line. So yeah, I'm into that. Ricochet, AJ Styles, AJ takes it. SmackDown tag team titles: Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Big E and Xavier Woods versus Heavy Machinery. I'm sticking with the Planet's champions, Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Tucky! I think I might go with Heavy Machinery.
You're going Heavy Machinery?
I might go with them too because
Really?
they've been featuring them.
Yes, they have.
And they've been kind of toning down Otis a little bit to not be
Oh,
as
that's not true.
a little bit in his promos. His promos have been a little bit more.
His catchphrase is that he's coming.
That's okay.
As he's doing air humps, and he's screaming, we're coming! You know, like, yeah, I don't think they've toned that down very much.
I think that they have a good shot. I mean, they put the belts on the Bludgeon Brothers for whatever reason.
I forgot that happened.
And he literally did it. He said, I'm coming when he does
Oh
it.
my
It's,
God,
just,
okay.
it's always so, like, it makes me laugh every time, but it's so sexual.
Joey Janela, somebody remade the White Claw logo to feature him.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to see this, go to Joey Janela's Instagram. It's a really funny White Claw parody logo.
I see what you guys are saying about Heavy Machinery. I do think
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
They put it on the Bludgeon Brothers.
100%.
Like, for what reason?
I just feel like it's such like a C pay-per-view that like it's a C pay-per-view, and I don't think they've built up Heavy Machinery enough yet. I think that Heavy Machinery will be the ones to dethrone the Planet champions, but I feel like Daniel Bryan and Rowan keep it till at least like SummerSlam or something like that.
Blue collar strong.
Yeah, but like they could cheat or whatever. I mean, we've seen Daniel Bryan do sneaky ways to get at to win matches or whatever. I just have a hard time because even if they did win it here, I don't know if it would be a big moment. I don't know if it's like been properly built up enough.
That's a point.
That's the point. Those are words that came out of your mouth at one time.
I'm not saying it's a great point, but it's definitely a facet that could influence.
You said some things. We heard them.
You had an opinion. Okay.
Sound waves moved from your ears to
I'm sorry, my
to
forehead
mouth, my
feels
ears.
sunburned from today.
What's next?
Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion, versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Necka. In a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Yeah, they really just were like 1 week they were just like, okay, Nikki, you're kind of talking normal. Then the next week they're like, lay it on thick. she went for like, oh, I love you, Alexa. To I love you, Alexa. It's just like, what just happened?
Just full Sweeney Todd.
It's pretty magical. Right?
She went full Bob Cratchit.
Nikki won't supply. And that's what's happening right now.
It really was, though.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, hi, Alexa. Oh, hi, Alexa.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
wait,
that?
what?
What's that accent? What's it called?
Well, it's not a Cockney accent.
It's Cockney though.
But like she's.
But that's like
right,
Cockney.
yeah.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much. But really, I also noticed that. And I think I laughed so much because I was wondering if it was just me that thought that. Because I was like,
It's like when
trouble understanding what she is saying.
It's like the day that Kofi was talking in a Jamaican accent to nothing. It's the exact same thing.
My prediction for this match, I feel like Nikki Cross and Alexa win. They wouldn't. I think they wouldn't have set up this whole dual champion thing if there wasn't some sort of plan for it.
I feel like it has to be Nikki gets the pin, and then that becomes like a thing where like Alexa's like, I won my championship, and pulls it away.
And Alexa never lets Nikki really hold the belt, and she's like, but I wanted Alexa, you know, and like
you're making her sound like bad guys in Pirates of the Caribbean. Hello, puppets.
Hello, puppet. Hey, give me that key, pup.
Give me the key. But that seems to make the most sense, right?
Yeah.
Or I think the other side of that is
Bayley
that
just wins.
Sasha Banks shows up and helps her when they're cheating or they're going to cheat or something.
I feel rested. Finally, she's like, guys, I'm back. I feel rested. I had a great little break.
So I went to Japan. I got to train with Maiko Satomura.
Dick to go.
Dick to go.
She's like gets up and gets at the top of the round and you see her like, oh,
what I miss.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
What I miss.
What I miss, everyone. What up, Heyman? What's good? Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe.
I don't know if they're ready to end the Kofi story yet.
Yeah,
they're not.
But I'm gonna go with.
But also
Kofi.
at the same time, they need to put a belt on Joe.
They need to
soon.
For that reason,
he's so good.
I go with this being one of the only matches on the show that
maybe ends in a weird way. Yeah,
okay,
double something,
because,
no contest, something like that.
I'm into that
because maybe it's not this one, but Joe needs to take the belt off Kofi.
I disagree. I think it's gonna be Brock. I think you have Brock cash in on the debut episode of Fox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was going to ask if you think Brock cashes in this.
Nah,
I think Brock cashes in the debut episode on Fox, and then you build for the next 6. Well, let's see. At that point, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So the next 6 months. You build up to the rematch of Kofi Kingston versus Brock at WrestleMania.
Or, I mean, hey, ditch that idea, and then we finally have people cheering for Roman Reigns. Why not just fucking do that again at WrestleMania again?
Roman Reigns versus Brock again.
I mean, it's finally
they're already starting to boo Roman Reigns again.
But on this past SmackDown, though, I mean, they were cheering for him, and I feel that was people are still booing, of course, because
it's slowly going back.
But like, I feel like
we knew it was.
We knew it was. Yeah. It was like,
at the same time, like I think they've done a great job at least keeping him away from the big title picture.
I agree,
and that's been smart. I think that's why people aren't just booing him outright all the time.
True. So you guys what are you guys thinking on though? Who wins?
With Samoa Joe and Kofi? I think Kofi. Yeah.
Kofi. I'm going no contest on this one for me.
Well, that's what we mean.
That's the same thing.
He still retains.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, we're with the other no contest.
Okay, we're all in the no contest. We've got it. Winners take all. Universal Champion, Raw Champion, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch versus Baron Corbin, Lacey Evans.
I hope it's Baron and Lacey so bad. So bad. I want nothing more than Baron and Lacey to win. And I hate Baron Corbin. I hate him so much. And I just want them to win so bad.
I also, okay, I'm so conflicted here because the wrestling fan in me.
I'll tell you why people want them to win. Because they're already sick to death of this Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins love thing.
That's not why I want it.
I think it's why I want
I don't think
them
it's
to
why
win.
you want it either.
I kind of is.
Oh, is it?
In a way, but it's I don't like Seth Rollins. That's one. But I also don't like Baron Corbin.
See,
but
mine is
I feel like Becky. Something with attaching her to Seth this way has brought her down.
It definitely brought both of them down.
It hasn't helped.
No, it hasn't helped either of them.
If anything, it made Seth more likable.
I think
in a way.
the troll in me is what wants to see Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans win. Because
just so the internet would go nuts.
Oh my god! I can't wait to look at Twitter if Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans walk out of Extreme Rules with the title because it will be a full-on meltdown shit show.
Because no matter what, you get former WWE champion Baron Corbin, former Universal champion.
Added to his intro, it'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All
right, I'm glad I like that not only do we all think that Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans are good, we want Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans to win.
I want it.
When I cut this clip for the internet, people are going to be pissed.
I want it so bad. So bad. There's nothing more there's no other outcome that Hulk Hogan could walk out and explode, and I'd be
I
like,
also
fine.
want Lacey Evans to get the pin.
Yeah.
Because it'll be so much funnier if Baron Corbin wins the Universal Championship without ever even pinning anyone.
That'd be great.
That's like such a funny,
That's such a Baron Corbin thing.
such a Baron Corbin thing to have become Universal Champion without ever pinning anyone.
He's a nephew that just got the job. Like it's just total nepotism because Triple H loves him.
Oh, I'm so
Triple
glad.
H likes shooting super soakers at him at the Hall of Fame.
Only him.
Only him. Chasing him like, oh, here we go. It's like
But
that,
like for an uncomfortable period of time.
yeah, like that Tupac Biggie thing where like
Yeah.
the video of them running through the sprinklers and
guns.
like with real guns. They're like, oh, I got you.
All right, and lastly,
The thing that
Undertaker and
Jamie
Roman.
hates.
I wanted to throw a brick through my TV when I saw that.
The Undertaker and Roman Reigns, the Graveyard Dogs.
The Graveyard Dogs.
Versus
They
Shane
named them?
McMahon and Drew
They have a shirt?
McIntyre. Yeah, they got a shirt, right? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah,
the Graveyard Dogs. The
Wow.
Graveyard Dogs.
The shirt is like
I want to
is
see
like
the shirt.
Two dogs in front of a gravesite. One of them has like a spiked collar, and that's Roman, and the other one has like a chain that has
Oh, I
Undertaker's
wanted one of
dog
them to have a hat. One of the dogs has his hat.
tag. And on the backyard it
And
says,
his purple tie.
yeah, the backyard just says Graveyard Dogs, Undertaker, Roman Reigns.
It looks like an old. It looks like a Shield shirt.
It looks
Yeah.
like a big dog shirt.
Looks like a Shield
Like
shirt.
big-
That's like one of those old school big dog shirts. Why didn't they have one of these dogs wearing a hat?
It should have been a hat.
They both have chains with their logo.
But
on.
I want.
Hat would have been so much cooler. If one of those dogs had that hat, oh man.
I want.
Also, what does this shirt even mean? Release your inner Bailey? What does that mean?
I don't know, dude. I think it means farting or something. Have you noticed like all the new shirts are like just weird like just like a lot of different colors. They're like, let's just print this on fuchsia, and let's just print this on teal. Let's print this on yellow.
I genuinely
that new
want-
revival shirt. Let's put it on red.
Yeah.
It's like
I genuinely want to see people on social media who have bought the Man's Man shirt.
Oh,
I
man.
don't.
Like,
You
I
know
wanna know, I
someone
just
bought
wanna know
it. You
who.
know someone bought it.
this is that's definitely gonna be like a Sadie Hawkins shirt. Like I don't know, Sadie Hawkins dance.
Like I feel like the girl that I sat next to who had a Bludgeon Brothers T-shirt at SummerSlam last year may have bought that shirt because she was the only person who bought that Bludgeon Brothers T-shirt.
I see it on the shop sometimes for like $4.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I just buy that?
They got plenty, dude. I'm sure.
The WWE shop has been rough lately,
It
man.
really has. I haven't bought a shirt from. The only thing I've bought from them recently are workout shirts from the customs section
I'm like looking. I can't remember the last WWE shirt.
because it's
I
only
bought.
the old logos.
Right.
You know, like Austin 316 on a tank
There's
top.
kind of couple of cool acid wash ones. Those are kind of okay.
I've also just realized we are way over in time. I forgot. So
Yeah, 15 minutes over.
It's okay. It's
Oh, the
okay.
red
We
light.
started early, so it's okay. Undertaker Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. No holds barred match.
Taker and Roman.
Graveyard
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah.
You say that like it's a given.
Yeah, but it's not a given.
I don't like how confident you are of that, considering how much Shane's been winning lately.
Yeah, but also I feel like Taker wanted that one, like wants a redeeming match,
But what if this is to build to Drew McIntyre versus Undertaker?
which we have been seeing.
Which I feel like that's where they're going with this to build to eventually at a big pay per view
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre versus Taker. So I feel like to get to that, you have to have Shane and Drew McIntyre win.
Also, I don't know if you guys are forgetting this part. Shane is the best in the world.
You didn't say it right. No, you don't have to say it.
Oh my god, you want me to die right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I just don't want Undertaker to wrestle anymore. I just don't.
Mark,
I'm okay with Undertaker wrestling still.
sit down, man.
I'm okay with it. I just want it to be done the
I
right
want
way.
him to be the Merlin of wrestling. Like I just
You want him
want
to start wearing purple?
I just want him to accept.
You've done that already.
I know. I just saw that.
Yes.
You dumb.
I want him
point.
to
You're a
just.
big
I just want
dollar
him
bill.
to. I just want him to embrace being old. I want his beard to grow out. I want his hair to turn white, but he still has his powers. Like he's still like
He's
has
got
lightning.
CGI lightning.
Yeah,
still.
but he comes every once in a while to like talk about scary things that may happen in the future. I don't know. He's like a wizard.
What if
He's just playing Dungeons and Dragons with a big purple like Merlin's hat.
I like to imagine that Undertaker's in the back on his laptop doing the CGI.
I like to imagine my Undertaker's wearing a tuxedo shirt that says
I imagine my Undertaker up front of a Leonard Skinner concert.
and hammered.
Hammer drunk.
Who do you think's winning? You're the tiebreaker here.
I think I might. Fuck, man.
The only reason I think Taker's winning, the only reason is because he wants that redeeming moment.
I'm going.
I don't think that's why. This was planned before Goldberg versus Undertaker.
Yeah. So I'm
Really?
gonna go.
From what I was told, this was planned. The Goldberg Undertaker match had nothing to do.
I
with this
legitimately
game.
thought the only reason that this match is happening was because Taker was so upset about what happened at Super Showdown.
I also thought that, and I asked people, and I was told, nope, planned ahead.
I'm gonna say, even though you're a big old dumb, I'm gonna go with you on the Shane and Drew. Drew.
I'll take it.
I mean, it will give Shane incredible, especially if Shane's the one pinning Taker. Like that's heat.
Like Drew McIntyre comes in with the
Claymore.
Claymore, and Shane pins Undertaker to get some revenge for their Hell in a Cell match.
I still think that it's a good, solid chance that Taker and Roman win. But I mean, you're bringing up valid points. Like it could lead.
This is a point you have brought up.
I said valid.
I know. Jamie, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at JAMIE_IOVINE or on Instagram, just the full name, no underscore, JAMIEIOVINE. Check us out on Fight every weekend for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, me and my team Upper Class.
And locally in different markets.
Yes, I just don't know which ones they are. I know Fight is just the go-to and it's free. So,
Yeah.
And also check in on
LA is KDOC.
Yes. And check in on the network every day. We have new things popping up, raffles, drops, everything that your heart content. So if you don't have, if it's available on iOS, Android is coming very soon. If you don't have iOS, we have the desktop version available, and you could still get all the raffles and drops and all that stuff there. So tune in.
And Ken, where can people find you at?
I just want to say before that I say that Jamie saying the network like that just made me think of like the WWE network because that's what they call it. And I was like, when did Jamie get hired by WWE? You probably shouldn't be saying the things you say in this podcast. But you can find me at
Smoking
Kevin
of all
Gets
10th
Rad.
anniversary celebration.
The way I left, they don't want me back anytime soon.
At Kevin Gets Rad on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at Ryan Satin on social media, at Wrestling Sheet on social media as well. Pretty much just Twitter. The Instagram for the Wrestling Sheet page is bad. No, I'm getting better at mine slowly. But yeah, the Instagram for the Wrestling Sheet account.
Lots of cute little close-ups of the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
ProWrestlingSheet.com. That's the website where you can find all the top stories in the world of professional wrestling throughout the week. YouTube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet. That's where you'll find all the videos. That's where you can see us in action when we do the show, when I do the Raw and SmackDown recaps. Make sure you subscribe while you're there, like the videos, and comment. I read them all, even the mean ones. I reply to the nice ones, though. Okay, that's it. We're done. Officially tapping out. Until next time, stay out of the dirt and keep your eye on the show.